Okay, so what you see on the board is kind of what I was talking about, but a better visual. So that's part of the electromagnetic spectrum, but that's specifically talking about, well, just the infrared to the ultraviolet. So we know infrared has longer wavelengths. It's 60% of natural sunlight. It's more penetrating because it goes deeper into the skin. It is invisible and it has a lower frequency because it has long wavelengths. We know visible light is 35% of the natural sunlight. We know that in that order, red is closer to red, infrared, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Ultraviolet is your UV light, which delivers 5% of the natural sunlight. So your invisible light is infrared and ultraviolet, but the visible light is what you can see. Roy G. Biv. So that's just kind of reinforcing ultraviolet light. So ultraviolet light is from the sun. They use some of that to help, I guess, cure nails. We know that it penetrates down to the dermis. Ultraviolet light is also used in tanning beds. They use UVA light in the tanning beds. UVA light. And then it goes UVB and then UVC. So that infrared light, that's that light that heals wounds, it increases circulation, it aids in relaxation, it warms the muscles because of that deep penetration, and it diminishes the signs of aging. Now, light energy, so this light, So a catalyst is basically substances that speed up chemical reactions. So whatever the energy source, catalysts absorb energy like a battery. So at the appropriate time, they pass this energy to the initiator and the reaction begins. So for example, in hair coloring, hydrogen peroxide, the developer, is the catalyst that allows the hair color to penetrate the cortex of the hair, creating a permanent color. Why do you care about that? Well, you do hair coloring with tinting of the lashes and the brows, and you are going to use a developer. So in this case, with the nails and the picture of the nails, in acrylic nails, the monomers are catalysts that solidify the nails in the application of the gels, and the UV light is the catalyst for hardening it. So with light therapy, that's talking about the LED lights and the visible light. This is also known as phototherapy. And this is the application of light rays to the skin for treatment of wrinkles, capillaries, pigmentation, and even hair removal. So the most important point to remember about light therapy is that the equipment you use is selected based on the skin type and the skin condition that you're treating. So with light therapy and LED lights, you want to also know the nanometer or the length of that ray, if that makes any sense. And that's if you really want a quality device. So for example, LED light, nanometer, LED, nanometer chart. So what they're saying is LED light, this light or the visible light, those wavelengths are measured. The wavelengths are measured in nanometers. And blue light is about 450 nanometers, right? Where red light can be like 700 to 750 nanometers. What you need to know about that is when you're buying machines and you decide to go on Amazon to get that machine, you better find out, or the manufacturer, if they're reputable, if they know what they're doing, and they want to be honest with their consumers, they will tell you what the nanometers are of the lights. And if you're buying a light that says, oh, I'm selling you a red light, red LED light, but the nanometer is only 650 nanometers, is that red light? No, it's orange. you're not getting the same effect. That's how they trick you. Because they rely on your naivety and the fact that you just want to get a machine real quick. Do your research, right? Okay. Any questions? That completes the electricity chapter. OMG. Any questions? Now what you do need to know about this whole thing, light therapy, know that it's also known as phototherapy, and it's used to treat wrinkles and capillaries and pigmentation or to remove hair. When laser hair removal uses laser uses a combination of infrared and red light is laser and IPL. And what they're saying is if you want to do laser hair removal in the state of Florida, you have to be a licensed electrologist to do, not laser, I'm sorry, electrology. Laser hair removal, you have to be under the supervision of a doctor, and you have to go through, you have to be an electrologist, and you have to go through another continuing education course, 30 hours of laser continuing education in order to perform that, but you have to do it under the supervision of a doctor. But if you are an electrologist licensed to do laser, you're only allowed to do use those LEDs and lasers for hair removal, because that is the scope of your practice. So when they use the LED and lasers for other skin treatments, you have to be licensed to do that. So now if you're an esthetician, then you could do that because that's part of your scope of practice in a sense, and then you got that the other credentials. But in the case of laser, see, we can use LED, but laser can also be used for wrinkles and pigmentation because it's a little stronger. You have to be a PA, a nurse, or a doctor, or have the electrologist license, get the continuing education, and be working under the supervision of that doctor. Okay, whew. That was a lot. First week of school. Okay, so we're about to take our lunch break in a little bit. When we come back from lunch, we are going to practice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so all my new starts, you're going to be on the mannequins today. I will either have you on the countertop with the big chairs, and if we have any extra tables, and a couple of you may have to go to the tables. If you have your cell phone, you can use your cell phone to go to that video that I sent you in the email. If you have earbuds, you can use those earbuds, because if everybody's watching the video at the same time, you're all going to be on different points and it's going to sound like a big echo. And you can watch the video over and over again and do that, the cleansing over and over until you're sick and tired of it.
With the product or just like?
With the product. So you're going to pull out your product, you're going to get a bowl of water.
Like what if you were to like do a facial?
Yes, but you don't have to put the sheets or anything on the table because it's just Daria. So you can put a hand towel on underneath her, put a headband on her.
It's just Daria.
Right?
Please.
You're gonna get I will pull out your pre-cleanse and either the special cleansing gel or the intense moisture cleanser. If you want to do both of them and see how they feel each facial, you can do that. Remember, don't pump it if you don't want to. Take it out so you don't make it spill in the bag. I would pull out your microfoliant just in case you get tired of. You're gonna cleanse like a good 3 or 4 times the whole cycle. I want you to get literally sick and tired of it. Then I'm gonna add the next step, which would be the exfoliation. You would just add that with water. You're gonna practice mixing it. You're gonna put it on her, and you're gonna take it off. You don't have to put the towels in the hot towel cabinet. It's just Daria. She doesn't have any nerves. She don't feel anything. But you can take it off with sponges. So you pull out sponges, and if you want to pull out some 4x4s as well. You're gonna get a bowl from the cabinet, and you're gonna fill it up with water as well, because you need that to do. And you're gonna have at it. Yes. All right. Okay, and then everybody else, you guys are gonna partner up, do your treatments, and yeah, we're gonna have a great time. Enjoy your lunch, guys. I will see you at 1 o'clock. What's the matter?
No, nothing.
She wanna stay, I don't know.
No, no.